Today, I want to talk about something that I think is one of the biggest challenges facing the manufacturing industry. And surprisingly, it's not technology, it's not talent, and it's not even global competition. One of the biggest challenges manufacturing is facing is perception. Manufacturing has a branding problem. When many people hear the word manufacturing, they imagine something from decades ago. They picture dark factories, assembly lines, dirty environments, repetitive labor. And because of that image, a lot of people assume manufacturing is an industry of the past. But the reality is almost the opposite. Modern manufacturing is one of the most advanced industries in the world. It sits at the intersection of engineering, robotics, automation, artificial intelligence, advanced material science. In many cases, modern factories look more like technology labs than traditional factories. But the public narrative hasn't caught up to that yet. And that disconnect creates a lot of misunderstandings about what manufacturing really is. Hi friends, welcome back to Making Manufacturing Fun, Cool, and Sexy. I'm your host, Holly Ngo. So today I want to talk about 5 things people consistently get wrong about manufacturing. These are myths I hear all the time, especially from people who have never actually stepped inside a modern factory. The first myth is probably the most common one. People think manufacturing is dirty. They imagine smokestacks, oil-covered floors, massive industrial warehouses that haven't changed since the 1970s. And while those environments did exist in the past, modern manufacturing often looks very different. Walk into a precision machining shop today and you might see something surprising. Bright lighting, clean floors, highly organized workplaces, machines that are controlled by computers, operators working on digital interfaces. In many advanced manufacturing environments, cleanliness isn't just aesthetic, it's required. Precision machining, semiconductor manufacturing, and medical device production all require extremely controlled environments. Parts are measured in microns. Tiny imperfections matter. In our own shop, we work on parts that go into systems for medical technology, robotics, and semiconductor equipment. The tolerance on those parts are incredibly tight, which means the environment has to be controlled, organized, and cleaned. But beyond the physical environment, what really defines modern manufacturing is technology, CNC machines, digital design systems, automated production equipment, advanced inspection tools. These machines aren't just cutting metal, they're executing incredibly precise digital instructions. Modern manufacturing is deeply connected to software and engineering, which means when someone imagines manufacturing as an outdated industry, they're often missing the reality of what modern factories actually look like. And that leads us directly into the second myth. The second myth people often believe is that manufacturing jobs are low skill. And this is one of the ones that I feel that I need to correct the most. Because when people hear the word factory, they sometimes imagine repetitive labor that requires very little technical training. But modern manufacturing roles often require significant technical expertise. Take machining, for example. A CNC machinist today is not just pressing buttons, they're working with computer-aided design files, digital machining programs, precision measurement tools, advanced materials. The machines themselves are incredibly sophisticated. A modern CNC machine can execute thousands of lines of programming instructions to cut parts with incredible precision. In many cases, we're working within tolerances, fractions of a millimeter. They need to know how aluminum behaves differently from titanium as well. They need to understand tool wear, cutting speeds, heat generation, and surface finishes. It's a combination of engineering, craftsmanship, and technical problem solving. And that's just one example. Across the manufacturing industry, you'll find roles that require highly specialized knowledge. Manufacturing engineers, robotics technicians, automation specialists, quality engineers, metrology experts. These are highly technical careers. In many cases, they require years of training and hands-on experience. And one of the challenges our industry faces right now is actually the opposite of what people assume. That's not that manufacturing jobs are low skill. It's that we need more highly skilled people entering the field. The demand for skilled machinists, engineers, and technicians is growing faster than many people realize. Which brings us to the third myth. Another common belief is that manufacturing is disappearing. People hear about factories closing or production moving overseas and assume the entire industry is shrinking. But the reality is more complex. Global manufacturing output is actually larger today than it has ever been. Manufacturing hasn't disappeared, it has evolved. Automation has changed the way factories operate. Digital technologies have transformed production processes. And manufacturing today is more connected to technology than ever before. In fact, some of the most exciting innovations happening right now are happening inside manufacturing. Industries like robotics, aerospace, semiconductor equipment, and medical technology are pushing manufacturing capabilities to new levels. The machines being developed today are capable of precision that would have been unimaginable decades ago. Production systems are becoming smarter, factories are becoming more automated, and new technologies like AI are beginning to play a role in optimizing manufacturing processes. So manufacturing is not disappearing, it's transforming. And that transformation is creating opportunities for a new generation of engineers, entrepreneurs, and builders. Which brings us to the fourth myth. The fourth myth I hear often is that manufacturing should simply happen wherever it's cheapest. For many years, that was the dominant mindset. If a part could be made for less somewhere else in the world, then production would move there. And in some cases, that strategy made sense. Global supply chains allowed companies to scale production quickly and reduce costs. But over time, we began to realize that cost is only one part of the equation. Manufacturing is not just about where things can be made cheaply. It's also about speed, collaboration, reliability, and control. When production happens very far away, you lose proximity, and proximity matters. If an engineer needs to test a design change, waiting weeks or months for a new prototype slows down innovation. But if a local machine shop can produce the part in days, the development processes accelerates dramatically. There are also strategic considerations. Many industries benefit from having domestic manufacturing capability. Medical technology, defense systems, advanced electronics, semiconductors. These industries are tied to national security, healthcare systems, and critical infrastructure, which is why in recent years we've seen a growing conversation around reshoring and regional manufacturing. It's not about eliminating global trade, it's about creating balanced supply chains. Supply chains are efficient but also resilient. And I believe we'll continue to see more companies rethinking where and how their products are manufactured. The fifth myth is one that I hear all the time. People say young people just aren't interested in manufacturing anymore, but I actually don't believe that's true. What I think is happening is that young people have simply never seen and been exposed to what modern manufacturing really looks like. If you show a young person a factory from the 1950s, they might not be very excited. But if you show them a modern manufacturing environment with robotics, automation, advanced CNC machines, AI, digital design systems, suddenly it looks a lot more like the future, because that's exactly what it is. Manufacturing today sits right at the intersection of engineering and technology. It's where software meets hardware, where digital design becomes physical reality. And when students see that connection, many of them become incredibly interested. I've seen this firsthand when speaking with younger engineers and students. They're fascinated by robots. They're fascinated by space technology. They're fascinated by building real systems that interact with the physical world. And all of those industries depend on manufacturing, which is why I believe the opportunity in front of us isn't a talent shortage. It's a storytelling opportunity. We simply need to show the next generation how exciting this industry actually is. So when I talk about making manufacturing fun, cool, and sexy, I'm not just saying that as a catchy phrase. I truly believe manufacturing deserves a new narrative, because the reality of modern manufacturing is very different from the outdated stereotypes people often imagine. Manufacturing is high-tech, it's creative, it's strategic, and deeply connected to the technologies shaping the future. The people working in this industry are solving incredibly complex engineering challenges. They're rebuilding components that power robotic systems, medical technologies, and aerospace innovations, and countless other advancements. And without them, many of these technologies we celebrate today simply wouldn't exist. So part of my mission with this podcast is to help shift that conversation, to highlight the incredible work happening inside factories and machine shops, and to inspire more people to see manufacturing not as something from the past, but as one of the most exciting frontiers of the future. Because when we start to see manufacturing that way, everything changes. More talent enters the industry, more innovation happens, and we start building a stronger industrial future. Thanks guys for listening, and as always, let's keep making manufacturing fun, cool, and sexy. I'll see you guys next time.